Hello everybody. I wanted to talk to you more about healing, pain, and suffering. Now, here's the thing. If you believe something is bigger than God, let's say like cancer, then it's bigger than God. If you believe that something is not as big as God and that God can heal it, then like cancer, then God can heal it. It's your choice to believe, but whatever you believe, even if you believe it's bigger than God, God loves you. God is trying to heal you the same as He's trying to heal you through the doctors. He also gave us knowledge and wisdom to search out how to cure ourselves. He's not against doctors or using things of that nature. At the same time, God is working with everyone to try and heal everyone, whether through medicine or through faith healings. Now, faith healings are fewer and far between now because the faith of many is waxing cold. The love of many is waxing cold. We're getting cold about things and trying to divide ourselves. In other words, it's not God and the doctors healing somebody, it's God or the doctors. No, it's both healing together. That's the whole point. It's not God and the scientists figuring out how old the universe is, it's just the scientists, or it's just God. No, actually, it's both. God never said how old the universe was. He only said how long it took Him to create it. And when He came into being, Adam and Eve were created on the 6th day. But that day could be as long as 7,000 years, or many thousands of years. Now, the whole point is, we don't know everything. We're just trying to get along here. We're just trying to work out our own faith. See, like I fell 3 stories, that could have killed me. In the Bible, you read the story in the book of Acts about someone who was listening to the message of Paul and fell asleep, and he fell 3 stories. It killed him. Yeah, I fell 3 stories and I survived. And it was actually taller than a 3-story building. And the whole point is, it's your faith level. My faith was that I wouldn't die even if I slipped and fell. It don't mean I jumped or went to commit suicide. I didn't. I was trying to get into my dorm room or my room and couldn't find a way in, and then tried the window to see if it was open. Things like that happen in life. You're locked out of your house and you try to get in through a window. Things like that happen. Now, even if it was a 3-story building and I fell from the top of the building, which would be 4 stories technically, or 3.5 at least, 3 to 4, and I survived it, then I survived it. Through my faith, and through my faith I walked again. No matter what the injury was, which according to the doctor's report, my pelvis was broken in half and pushed up a half an inch. Now I assume it's the back part that was pushed up, the half inch. Now the half inch is high enough to make it into the sacrum area. And it broke vertically. It was sheared from top to bottom. Vertical is up and down. And I got up and walked again. And when I was 16, I went head first into a windshield. I could have been paralyzed, cause it on the left side, the C3 was locked. The facet was locked, and I shouldn't have been able to move it. It should have stayed that way. But when they put on the hard C collar, I guess it unlocked somehow, and God healed me, and I didn't even remember the pain from the accident. That's how sure the healing was. That means as soon as I hit the windshield, because I didn't believe it was greater than God, God healed me. And that's the whole point. If you believe something is greater than God, then God can't heal you. But God is still loving you, even though you're going through the pain and the suffering and the misery of the disease. It don't mean that God stops loving you either. God still loves you, even though you're going through the pain and the suffering and the whatever disease you have. Now, if you work with the doctors, God and the doctors are healing you. It's not the doctors only, and it's not God only. And you have to admit that. Some modern day miracles still occur, and the doctors are flabbergasted. Now, like if you got HIV or AIDS, that's a disease that can't be cured right now. And neither a doctor nor God can cure you of that disease. But if you believe God can heal you maybe before the doctors can, but that's your choice. You have to believe that God is greater than the disease and let God heal you, and the doctors will confirm the healing and tell you don't have AIDS anymore. Now, it's not a disease that was around in Jesus' time. So it's a plague that we don't know if Jesus could heal or not, so we doubt that he would heal it. Yet Jesus said that forgiveness is the key to everything. If you forgive the gays for being gay, God will forgive them too. If you forgive people for receiving the mark of the beast, God will forgive them too. Now, that still don't mean you're supposed to receive it. You're not. It's, again, is an example I'm using. But if you judge, you'll be judged. If you don't judge and love everybody, even your enemies, then you're doing what Jesus said. Jesus said to love your enemies and not hate them and not wish evil upon them. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're wishing evil upon their enemies and to get even. The book of Revelations is about that. The book of Revelations is about getting even. And at the same time, we're not supposed to try and get even. We're supposed to forgive and give people a second chance. And that's the whole point. I'm asking for my second chance. I made mistakes too. I had a dream that I could have done things. I had unusual experiences with men, though I didn't have sex with the men. And things like that. And that's called a confession. So when I confess something like a dream, that don't mean it really happened. That means I dreamed it and it freaked me out enough that I thought I needed to talk about it. Because it's an issue now. But anyway, just try and believe that God can heal you along with the doctors, and maybe you'll get healed. Who knows?